If I told you this unknown party came 8th in the 2021 mayoral election, with no money and a few volunteers, you might be surprised. Even worse, the mainstream media still ignore them, focusing more on the main parties and even candidates that came last.
Their names Max Fosh and Nico Omolana.
The Rejoin EU party are running again, this time for the London Assembly, and they decided to ask London, has Brexit been a success 4 years on?
I'd say it's been a failure, and I would argue that even the people who voted for it probably didn't get what they voted for.
What are your thoughts on Brexit? Do you think it's been a success or a failure?
That's a complicated question to ask.
I know you have to wait in longer lines at the airport now, so that's rough. I live in Brussels. I live in the capital of the EU. It's really great being able to travel wherever you want, work in any country you want, and yeah, I think you should come back and join us. Yeah.
I think it's a failure. I think there's been, Brexit wasn't designed for what they said it was. I think Brexit was primarily designed for what's behind us here in the city, to allow them to keep their money and to stop oversight of the shady money that goes through the city.
What money do you think that is?
Money from the establishment across the world. The City of London and its other not dependencies, but like the other, like the islands and all that. It's all for money.
I think it's been a complete failure, as was expected.
And why is that? What do you think?
I think it's brought virtually no benefits, not even of the ones that were advocated for by the Leave side, and the failures are obvious: a lack of free movement, a lack of trade, economic harm, and so it's been a catastrophic failure that's going to be incredibly difficult to roll back from in the future, and so I see it as an undiluted failure.
I think it's a massive example of crazy amount of self-harm for the country. It's whack. We can't travel. It's been a big expense for no reason.
What are your thoughts on Brexit? Has it been a success or a failure?
I would say it hasn't been a success. Personally, from my point of view, I've got a business and it's really hard to get staff now because the majority of our staff were employed from EU countries and we can't do that now.
So it's actually been a detrimental effect?
Yeah. But it's just really hard to find staff now because the majority of them came from places like Portugal, Poland, lots of different places, and France. And there was a girl who actually wanted to come and work with us, but I couldn't bring her over because she was from France, so I can't get her.
Do you think it's been a success?
I really don't think so. From my own point of view, I voted Remain, and I did so for the reason that I don't think we're a great power anymore, and in order to magnify our influence in the world, we have to be part of a larger organisation like the EU. So I don't really think we're going to be successful making our way on our own the way perhaps we used to when we had an empire, but those days are gone.
No, I don't think so. I thought it was the wrong decision for this country, personally. Yeah.
I know that there's now more red tape between trade between the UK and Spain, and I'm sure the rest of the EU. I know goods have had to be sent back because sending something across, sending a gift. One of my mum's friends wanted to send a gift from here to Spain for her friend's baby. They had a new baby, and that was sent back. I don't know what sort of red tape had to be crossed, but it was something that wasn't there before. So even when sending things across, something as simple as sending something across now has that added level of bureaucracy which wasn't there before.
I think it's pretty terrible overall. I've not personally seen any benefit from it yet.
Do you feel things have gotten cheaper?
No.
Better?
No.
Do you want to come on camera?
No.
Crazy expensive.
Everything's got worse.
The promise of the NHS.
Based on a big pack of lies.
Can you get a dental appointment?
I haven't had one, but I don't know.
Can I please get you on camera? You're saying everything. It'll be 2 minutes, I promise.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
just cover your face.
Yeah, you can't get a dentist appointment because it's kind of hard to get one now. It's too crazy, and even with GPs right now, it's so messed up. Like, it's kind of crazy, really crazy.
So how long have you been waiting for a dental appointment?
I mean, I kind of gave up on it. I kind of was like, there's no point of going to get the checkup because, like, wow, I don't know, because it's just too long to wait and I have stuff to do. It's kind of like you have stuff to do and like you can't wait forever. Low key, you kind of just have to get on with it. I think that's probably a bad side effect of it all. Is that or even like a big connotation for us in England. We just get on with it, and I think that's been one of the biggest things that's come along with Brexit. Like,
sort of like apathy, like people just don't react. Like
yeah, it's like there's
yeah, I think the fact that our right to protest is being messed around with. I think people can't be bothered. I mean, they do it in France, and all the kids go crazy in France. But I think the fact that our rights have been taken away, no one feels like it's worth it or their voice is heard.
Is there any particular area that you've been personally affected?
I would say freedom of movement. You know, the opportunities that, whether it be jobs or education, students, etc. I'd say that's been personally affecting. So should I want to expand my horizons and work in the EU, I'm going to find it a lot harder now.
Has it affected you personally?
I suppose not really, other than making it slightly more annoying to travel and other than the general economic conditions we live in being slightly worse. But I'm fortunate enough to live in London, which is a metropolitan city, and have a job which isn't affected, but I'm one of the lucky ones, and there's millions of other people that obviously are affected much more catastrophically than me.
A rejoiner, that's empathetic.
Yeah, that's right.
So we're standing for the London Assembly for the Rejoin EU party.
Yes.
Would you vote for us?
I would have to do more research into it, but more than likely, if you were trying to push the UK back into the European Union, then yes, I think
that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
Would you consider voting for us on the 2nd of May for the London Assembly?
I'd definitely consider it, yeah.
We're running for the London Assembly only. That means that if you vote proportionally and we get 100,000, we will get one seat, but we won't affect Khan and we won't affect your local constituency member. Will you be voting for us?
I haven't decided who I'm voting for in the Assembly yet, but I'll certainly consider it.
If you want change, vote Rejoin.